Hi there, I just thought I'd do a quick video on the circumference of the Earth and explaining a few things on how they all discovered this, knowing that the Earth was flat. No one had any inclination, they lived on a spinning ball. That's just dodo information. But that's the mindset of the common man today, fully indoctrinated through false indoctrination. So back when they knew Earth was flat, they discovered the circumference of the Earth by just working on man's personal arc of a rizon. 3 miles out each side, all the way around him. He's in what you call a hemisphere. That's his personal hemisphere. There's only one hemisphere at a time. He doesn't see this one down here. If he lived on a globe, it's all make-believe. No, there's a hemisphere for the north and there's a hemisphere for the south. So you're either out the south or you're in the north. This is a slice through the flat earth plan. Okay? But it's understanding it's a view. If you could look from a distance, you see the southern hemisphere divided from the north with the tropical gap, and then the northern hemisphere. But this is drawn equally as though you were on that latitude as the observer in those locations. So you draw it like this. So there's one hemisphere for the northern hemisphere because we're separated by the tropical gap. That's 2 south poles. This is the firmament. It's firm through here. Bring 2 south poles together. What do you got? You got a firmament. Okay? Separating the waters above from the waters below. When the water molecule rises up to the tropics, that's why it's moist, very damp, humidity. Because the water molecules are being risen up here. And what are they doing? They're getting divided, separated. What do they say in Genesis? Divide the waters above the firmament from the waters below. So the water gets up here and gets divided into its inert gaseous states before it comes over and gets purified. It's a long story. I've got lots of videos on that, but go back and check them out. Or go to this, go over here, you'll find them all. Okay? It's the firmament between these 2 fields here. It's separated by the tropical gap. So man is in the south, that's his hemisphere. Just like the winds don't cross the tropics, nor do the currents. Or he's in here, in the northern hemisphere. Okay? And everything comes along. All the ancestral bodies come along because it's all projected. It's a projector screen. Like our eyeballs, we have the lens. Everything's coming into our pupil, but overall you've got the lens. You can consider this as the lens. Man is of the earth, it's all similar. There's this arc of a rizon. So the ancestral bodies are all coming from the central point here, there, or the central point here. Everything comes out of the centre to create our realm. So it's all being projected onto our screen. So the celestial body will come around the earth, and then it comes into his horizon and goes over it. So if you took a spotlight from over here and shined it, it's going to look as though it's going up and over it and out. That's what it does. It's just his visual perspective of the universe around him. He's in the centre. What's in the centre of your eyeball? The black pupil. And when man is looking out from the centre of the universe, what's the centre of the universe? The black hole centre. Black hole centre. That's where our realm come from. The Egyptians told us the earth is from the hole. In Genesis it says earth is void without form. It's a 2D plane. And they hit the right frequency, which allowed the sun to be illuminated, and then it gave all the 3D magnetic depth, all the depth in here, the 3D S-curve in here. So as soon as that was created, bang, Earth is created. So it all started the 2D plane, ecliptic plane, going around, and then somewhere along the line to hit the right frequency, the right speed, I don't know, maybe all the, whatever, and boom, and then up, out comes Earth, created. So there's man's arc of horizon. Okay, so the eyeball's got the whites, it's got you got the pupil in the middle, and then you got the iris as the tropical gap. There's the magic zone there. Or religion alludes to that area there, or they cross over the sun's analemma. So it's understanding this man's arc of horizon, and at the equinox, when day is equal to the night, you just determine the distance that the sun has to travel, and the time in regards to arc minutes. So the sun moves 15 degrees per hour. You've got 180 degrees here, you know, and we know how fast it moves within the hour. So you come up here, each degree of latitude, which is the same here, it's the same. Remember the flat earth, whether you come this way or this way, it's all the same. They just want to fool you with the globe theory, and they start lying to you about their geodesic measurements as the shrinking globe. They refer you to this wider diameter here, and then trying to give you these measurements down here, trying to tell you that the sun must speed up if it's doing a smaller circle there during the day. So they start giving you all this false information. Geodesic rubbish, but I've done a video on that and proved how they lie. I've made it all make sense. It's all equal because everything expands out from the centre of the flat earth equidistantly. So just in here, that arc of longitude is equal to this arc of longitude here, because everything that moves south expands with the field. We're in a projector, we're in a show, a holographic universe. We expand with the field. Everything's relative to the observer, so he's not to know. Okay? So we get this 180 degrees here, and look, I'll come back here, right? Each degree of latitude is approximately 60 nautical miles. So every degree of latitude as it comes up and over here is all here, 60 nautical miles each degree, which is 69 statute miles. So statute miles have to be longer, because if you straightened out a curve, it's going to be longer, isn't it? Everything's measured by this, because this is how man sees the world around him. It's all equidistant from him. Nothing shrinks. How can something shrink if it's all equidistant? It's not running out over here. He only sees it come into his horizon, all the celestial bodies, that is. Don't get confused between creation and what's in the created realm. What's in the created realm can be lost over a distance, your vanishing point. But when it comes to the celestial bodies, they're heavenly, it's different. They're all being projected down onto your realm. They're not in your realm. Know the difference. So they come into your horizon, come up and over. So at the equinox, we just work it out. 180 degrees. So you got 180 degrees times 60 nautical miles equals 10,800 nautical miles. Well, you times it by 2 and you get what they tell you the circumference of Earth is. They tell you it's 39 more, but it can be debated. So there you have it, guys. You only got one hemisphere at a time. This represents one hemisphere at a time. You can't be in both hemispheres. They're separated. Okay? Man's arc of horizon, hemisphere. So on the flat earth system, 40,000 kilometres is from there to there. Because with their globe, they're telling you all the way around there is 40 kilometres. So you've gone north, south, south, north. Well, you've gone, you can say north, south, north, south. You got two souths, two norths, just like we've got here. Two norths and two souths. You've gone right around the ball. So you've gone right across your ball as well of the flat earth. Here, it's the same thing. you've gone, because it's 10,000 kilometres from the Arctic or the North Pole to the equator, 10,000. So you've got 10, 20, 30, 40,000 kilometres. You've gone 40,000 kilometres, 10, 20, 30, 40. It's coming out from the centre here. Look, centre Arctic, 10, 20. But over this way, it's 10,800 nautical miles to the equator. Look. And because we're one hemisphere at a time, it's the same thing. Look, there's man, 3 miles out. Doesn't matter how far his horizon is. It's still only a 180-degree circle. Pythagoras knew all about this. And they try to tell you that he knew the Earth was a globe. No, he knew this hemisphere. 2 hemispheres can create a ball, but that's in theory, because 2 hemispheres together create the circle, don't they? A 360-degree circle. So understanding this, the nautical miles. So if we break this down, you go 69 statute miles, a straight curve. You straighten the curve out. Or 11111 kilometres. This is 60 minutes of travel. The sun does 15 degrees per hour, 60 minutes of travel. Okay? He's moved this much. Or you break it down to 1 minute of travel is 1/60th of a degree, which is 1 minute of arc. And that 1 minute of arc gives you the statute miles, 1.15 statute miles. See that little bit more to add because you've straightened out the curve. And isn't it funny how the Great Pyramid of Khufu is 0.15 off the cardinal directions? Do you think they left us a hint? A little bit more in variance? Or this broken down into meters, 1852 meters. So we've got 180 degrees here at the equinox. You work it out, times 60, there you have it. There's the circumference of the Earth. You didn't have to leave home or start writing silly stories about shadows and sticks and all that sort of garbage. Especially when Alexandria and Cyan, is it, are at different latitudes, aren't they? Different latitudes. You'd have to be on the same latitude to get things perfect. Same latitude, and you know, and they make up the story that he knew the arcs of longitude, 500 statum or whatever they call it, steps. Pay someone to step it all out. What a joke. Okay, now you go online and ask for the distance from pole to pole, and they give you this. It's through there. They don't give you a measurement. You're supposed to live on a globe, aren't you? A ball. I asked for that distance there. But they give you this distance through the middle. They cut this through the middle as if Earth is flat. Who travels through the centre of the ball Earth, the globe Earth? Don't we live on the outside of the ball? This is the equatorial diameter, not half the Earth's circumference. So Earth is flat. They're not giving you this. If you go back over here, I can give it to you. Look, 10,800 nautical miles. And 10,000 across the flat. That's direct. It's a straight line. No, it's a direct line. No compass. No following magnetic field with a compass. It's the laser gyro system here. It's all preset. They know all the measurements of Earth. You're just going a direct route instead of following the curvature of the Earth's magnetic field. You know? You've got to remember it's a Torus field. Torus moves like this, out, right back, and up and in and around again, inside out. You could treat it like this, coming back or going out. This is what the sun is doing. It's flowing out to the south. This is what the ecliptic plane is doing. It flexes down and out, and then up and in. So you go down like that, and then watch it come back up and in. That's the ecliptic plane, but the toroidal field, because the plane is basically in here, flexing at the top and in here, but this out here, that whole realm is going out, right back around. It's continuously flowing inside out. Continuously flowing like that forever. So this is going down and out into the underworld for the northern hemisphere. They call it the underworld. You're going into the the southern winter. This is where Persephone in the mythological Greek stories goes missing. She left the northern hemisphere and disappeared near the equinox for a few months out here around the southern perimeter. And the myth tells you she's eating pomegranate. Well, no one in the world knew what the hell that meant till I came along. It described it all. You've got the pomegranate all the way around here representing the sun, the December solstice, or that time of the year when you've got 24-hour sun in the Antarctica. And the pomegranate is in the center of your pruning hook. And then that pruning hook turns into a plowshare. The wave. Okay? Pruning hook, the pomegranate, the plowshare, it's all in the Bible, but no one knows what the Bible's about. They don't understand the physics of the Bible. Well, half of them don't even understand that the Christ is the Son, although it is connected with a Son of Man as well. So there you have it. So there's your 40,000 kilometres straight across there. Globes say is the diameter. We call that the diameter. No, because you've then got to take into consideration the expansion of the field here. Why this still equals 40,000 kilometres, the same as it does back here, because all relative to the observer. No matter how far south you go, you're expanding with the field, and time over distance is the same, all the way through here, travelling in the arcs of longitude, every latitude, all equal. All that geodesic measurements are all lies when you work it all out with the flight times and all that, because time is governed by the speed of the sun, and everything on here works like a clock. That clock arm here, the time's no different out here as it is back here, is it? No, as the clock moves around. I've got a video coming up, breaks all that down. One of my Patreons has had a good old conversation with ChatGTP or one of those sites, AI, and it's very relevant to understanding all this. Okay, I'll do that video next. So there you have it. We've done that. So the few ways to get the diameter, you go 2 pi times the radius, or pi times the diameter. But it's all based on this here, you guys. One hemisphere at a time, either north or south. Man cannot have 2 hemispheres at once. It's either daytime or nighttime, or a little bit of each, whatever. But that's his horizon. It's a perfect 180 degrees. Pythagoras knew this, Euclid knew this, all the ancients knew this. Just not the ones that NASA likes to use, okay? They were either made up or they're fudged all their theories, just like they fudged Pythagorean theory. Euclidean geometry, the 5th postulate, I'm the only guy that's broken that down, and it's to do with man's arc of horizon. The 4 postulates lead to the 5th. You might even see that online now, because I'm the only guy who put it online, that the 4 lead to the 5th. And now, when I googled it last, it says some people, or some theories, the 4 postulates lead to the 5th. I was the only guy that said that. It's an old video, if you want to track it down. Okay. So there you have it. That's the whole flat earth system there. How you come to understand the circumference of the earth. Understanding this, just need a little bit of time get your head around it, guys. If you don't understand this stuff, look into it. And this measurement here has to do with a book I have here. Well, the book's not in here at the moment. Must have taken it out. Yes, well, it's an ancient code, esoteric code, and it concerns this. Okay, so we'll get into that one day. I haven't broken that down. I'm the only guy who can break that code. So understand the firmament. So this is one way of looking at the firmament. In our realm, that's our firmament. But at night, the firmament is the Milky Way. Because this represents the Milky Way at night. This is the physical realm, the firmament, between the two south poles of a magnet. You've got the pressure, firmament, pressure, and the waters above get divided, separated as they go up through the gaseous layers before they get purified to return back through the recycling system. The waters below, as opposed to the waters above the firmament, in there, below the firmament, above the firmament. Okay? Don't think it's this thing here. That's a bit daft. It's old school, stuck in a groove, you old flat earthers. Lindsay's on the scene. Start listening to him, otherwise you're going to stay ignorant. Understand the expansion. Here's another way of working out the Earth's circumference. 15 degrees per hour times 60 nautical mile, 60 equals 900 minutes. 24 times 900 minutes equals 21,600 nautical miles again in circumference. Now, I had too much on the board. I had to scrub some off. And this is where you start getting into what Nigel Cheese was talking about. The two cycles, the 2 720 cycles. But that's going deep. So, yeah. Understanding the yearly declination of the sun, when the southern hemisphere field comes up and overlays the north up to this point, then recedes back again. There's no flying around the sun. This is just the flexing of the magnetic field, or the pumping of the vortex. Sucks the southern field in and releases it again. Sucks the southern field into the north, out again. This is what the field does. Epicure showed this in the sun's yearly, tropical cycle, tropical year, as well as going around daily, 1 degrees daily. This is the 1 degrees daily, 15 degrees per hour this way, 360 degrees, but it moves 1 degrees this way and back again, roughly daily. It's when they tell you live on a ball and you're going all the way around the sun over a year. And they don't explain a lot of things connected with that, but I do on the flat earth system, because you can't lie. It's all here and I can break it all down. I think I'm the only guy out there who can break it all down. And I just love it when you get these globies get on my site and try and have a laugh and they all get caught out. Whoop, they're still going. Yep. So there you have it, guys. Understand the Earth, it looks like this. We can't get in here. That's the vacuum. You've got the Milky Way. It's a core in here, and then it comes over to there. There's two ends of the Milky Way, and there's what they considered that's the bulge in the Milky Way you see at night. We see all this out in our night sky. You see one out in the southern hemisphere, you see one in the northern hemisphere. It's a dual system. Each hemisphere has its magnetic cycle, north to south, north to south, north to south, north to south, separated by the two south poles. And they come up and overlay. That's where the Bible says something about earthquakes, because it's all about subduction, when the field overlays the other. In other esoteric tales, it's the elephant in the Hindu, the strong elephant lifting up the southern hemisphere, or the turtle mounting the feminine, the female, understanding everything is about male and female, North and South Pole, strong force, weak force, and then you get this silly globe wannabes saying that's not what the strong force and weak force is. Yet they can't reduce it down and find down there quantum mechanics exploded comes straight up to everything is magnetism. They're not that bright, see? And when I argue, they just disappear. They come on and make these stupid comments and then disappear. So I like to abuse them. So they like to see globies get upset, flat earthers get upset. They think they're upsetting me, but they're not. I have fun abusing them, and then they scarper and take their comment, but mine gets left there. There was a time where if they did, or where I do it, if I've deleted if you delete their question, the comments regarding that question usually went too. But somehow the people who run these systems, they're all in together, and now they can take their ridiculous comment away, and I'm left with my silly, aggressive response. So I have to go through and take them all out. But don't think they aggravate me or affect me. They don't, because it doesn't affect me down there. I just love exposing their stupidity, and I can catch them out every time. So that's it, guys. If you like this, don't forget to put a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, even though YouTube's not letting anyone do anything, because this just goes nowhere. So it's pretty much a waste of time me doing this, except for you guys who are subscribed and do manage to catch them. There's 9,500 subscribers, I think, and maybe 20 people get to see the video. It's a bit weird, isn't it? A bit strange. That's the way the system works. They don't want you knowing the truth. So the more of you that get out there and share it, the more people that are going to know the truth and know how they're lied to and know how all this makes sense. The Milky Way, the sun in there, all the mythological stories referring to ham, because this bulge represents the thigh muscle, and that's where the ham of leg comes from, the whole ham thing, associated with the pig. That going deep too, finding out what the pig means, but you can imagine the Milky Way. You can imagine a pig's leg. You've got the bulgy part like this, or the leg. I don't know how do you draw a leg. The leg of ham, sort of like this, and then you've got this other one comes down like that. It's in the Sumerian text. It's in Homer's Iliad. It's the knee cap, and the Sumerians, I think they're trying to use it as the elbow, or even the calf muscle. You see that Sumerian king there, in that relief or statue, whatever it is. Look at his calf muscle. The detail in the calf muscle is representing this, or the king holding that line on the elbow. The elbow could represent that point. But that's going deep too, because it's going into the zodiac sign. But all the ancients do all about the zodiac. Just like Demeter here, where the word diameter comes from, and that boils down to the sun and a lemma. It's this line through here. If you go and look up the mythology, the cross, this point here. I won't go into that right now, it's getting a bit dark in there now, so I better end it there, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share, maybe subscribe, check out my Patreon page, go to Saints, that's where you'll find all the information. Cheers.